Let it rip.
Welcome to CB Radio Show and Tell.
I'm number one, and this is
Wizard 88.
Wizard 88. All right, so what do we want to do today at the start of this video?
Thank them.
Thank you guys for watching our little show on CB Radio Show and Tell, where we highlight your stations and we make you guys feel like the spotlight of this group. Sometimes we put your picture at the top of the header. Sometimes we put them in little events where it's like Rate My Radio and do all this crazy stuff with your pictures of your stations to give you that feeling of like what it would be to have your car on the cover of CarCraft magazine or have your station highlighted somewhere special.
CarCraft Online.
Yeah, CarCraft Online now, because now it's no longer a actual. That sucks.
Yeah.
The magazine's gone. All right. So we like to put you guys in the spotlight, and we appreciate you being here. So if you've had your stuff in the top of the group and you had it in the events, cool. Stay tuned, because we're going to keep putting other people's stuff in those spots and things to come about. But here, we're going to answer some of your questions. Thank you for asking them. And we're going to start with Darren Greathouse, right?
Yes.
All right. Darren Greathouse says, you're doing a good job, both of you. High five.
Yeah.
Both of us were trying to do a good job for you guys all. Do you all know when the weather is right for skip? Moon or the moon season? All right.
Mostly summer.
Summer, man. That's when it's hottest in Michigan. I don't know about all the moon and all that. I know that summertime seems to be the greatest time for us in skip.
Yes.
All right. Scott Austin. It's almost like Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Steve Austin's brother. All right. When waiting patiently for the band to open up, do you listen to with the squelch open, full noise, or closed? He said he has it open and he wants to hear the static. Dude, I usually never adjust my squelch. I just listen to...
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it all the way down and I'll hear everything that's out there. That's what's... very rarely do I ever mess with the RF gain or any of that.
Yeah.
I leave it all open.
Leave it.
Sometimes I even leave my preamp on just to see if I can hear something further out. All right, Johnny Brown. Johnny Brown asked you, when did you guys actually get into radio, and what was your first setup? My first setup was a 29 GTL on a realistic power supply with a 3-foot fire stick on the gutter of my father's house. And yours was way better than mine. Yours was, what was it, a Cobra 2000? No, Texas 696 Ranger base station, right?
Yeah, that's because we were at the old house.
We were at the old house, and we had an IMAX. Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah.
And then we ran a power mic. We got lots of power mics, so we alternate those. All right. Did you guys ever put the handles on the Wizard Custom Excalibur? We did not. We do have them. We got them from a member in the group. That might have been Johnny Brown. I think that's who sent them.
Yeah.
I didn't put them on there yet. I did get them painted to match this. I'm going to have my graphics person fix the side so that the graphic is actually matching the face. But the Corona has put us on hold.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with the handles. Thanks, Johnny.
Yes.
He was the guy that sent those to us. I know he was the guy that sent us those. What is the biggest linear you have ever done? That's Irvin Harris. Big. Not as big as some, but
what's the biggest?
Big. I got a $3,000 that I've keyed down. I like my $3,000. I got a $3,000 that I've keyed down. Usually it's a very, very rare circumstance. You know, special skip circumstances. All right, Kimberly Ham. She's real nice.
Have you ever lived in another state other than Michigan?
What made you move back? We didn't live in another state, but when I was a kid, my grandparents moved to Alabama. And we would go down there every summer when I was a kid. That was before you were even around.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kimberly. And next one. We got 4 minutes going here.
We got
James F. Bowley. What's this one say?
What's your skip shooting CH?
Channel.
Well, a lot of us use channel 31. It's also our local talk channel here 30 miles south from Fort Worth, Texas.
390 Nightman. The Night Watchman. All right, James, we bounce all over the frequency, like what we were saying before.
We go to 28, 13, everything.
6, 11.
40,
if it's hot,
38.
We're trying it on that channel. 20 has been really good.
Yeah, 20's been really
20 has been a monster up here in Michigan lately. All right, Bill Case. We know who that is.
Oh yeah.
He's the dude that made the light right there.
Yeah,
Bill,
on the air.
we got your light right there, Bill. It's right there. And at some point, he's been begging me to change the color of this. We're going to flip the switch maybe in the next video. But Bill is the guy that makes those on-air signs.
Yes.
All right, Bill Case, what was your first successful CB radio repair? You want to know what it was?
No.
I
don't know.
I had a Maxon. It was a little tiny Maxon, and there's a lady in our group that's got the one. Her name's Becky, and she's got a little Maxon, and I had one, and the power cord was messed up. I bought it at a garage sale, and somebody had pulled the power cord too hard.
Really?
Yeah. So when I went up and opened the covers, I seen it came unsoldered. That was my first actual radio repair. I soldered that power cord back on there. And poof, it worked again. I used that little radio, man. That was a good little radio, that little Maxon, a little tiny Maxon. It just has volume and squelch. It's almost like a Pro 510, but a little bit, yeah, it's about the same size, maybe a little bit longer. But a good little radio. Braden Miller. No visible cracks or defects, so is this moisture inside the clear plastic on the coils hurting anything? Okay, he's got a picture of a Wilson, looks like a Wilson 2000 or 5000, and it shows the clear center section where there's moisture inside. As long as that moisture doesn't accumulate where it's like water in there, I think you'll be all right. If I see something like that on my antenna, I'm not going to run that because I would be afraid that that's going to give me some kind of an arcing problem or something going on. Moisture in an antenna is never a good thing, right?
No.
Water and electricity don't really go together very well.
No.
So really, Braden, I would be hesitant to run that antenna, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Leave it out in the sun. Leave it out in the sun and let it see if it'll dry out, and then try to use some clear silicone to seal it again. Maybe I wouldn't.
That's
run
not
it.
Really a good sign.
All right, David
Sikora.
What was your first power mic? Do you still run tube type CB radios? If so, what make and model? Would you like to know my tube type radio? I got 2 minutes and then I got to end this video. This is going to be the last one for this video and then we'll bring up some more questions.
Yes.
Well, David, let me explain this about my life with tube type radios. It's been a very bad road for me in tube type radios. I've had trams, the D201As where the vertical board decides to get hot and then fall over and short the whole radio out. And then you take it to your tech and you beg him to fix it. And he tells you it's worth, it's 3 times worth to fix it than what it's actually worth.
To buy it?
Oh my God. So I had 3 of those D201As do that to me. And I gave up on the tram world. I know now that they say to put fans in them, all that, but this was years ago. The DACs, I had one DAC that was a problem child that had a tube problem with it, and that's another mixture radio. Solid state here and tube parts over there. Another one I had was the Courier, 23 channel little chrome case one. And when I was young, not now, but before I knew anything about this, like 15 or 16, I bought one at a garage sale for probably $10, $3. I don't even know.
It's a good deal.
So I slid the cover off because I'm a tech at 16 years old, and I had it plugged in, and you know the prongs where they hold the tubes on top?
Oh,
They're like these little squeeze things. I'm like, oh, that one looks loose. Well, it was plugged in. I had lightning shooting from my finger here out of my finger over there to the case of the radio. I couldn't pull my hand away from it, and I'm shaking. I'm like, oh my God. Ah! And I got my hand off of it. And that was the kiss of death for tube stuff in me. I don't really prefer tube type stuff. For 2 reasons. 2 reasons.
Electrocution error?
I don't like the worry that the tubes are hot. There goes the furnace.
We're living at this.
The tubes get hot and things break easy on the tube radios. I know some of these tube guys are going to really say that's not true if you maintain them all the time. But my time can't justify that, so I stick with solid state radios. I like the solid state radios, so I'm sorry to let the tube radio guys down. At this current time, I don't own any tube radios. I own a few tube amps, but no tube radios. Not a one.
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I do own that old Courier that I'm modifying at my job on my lunch breaks, but no, I don't own any tube radios. So, with that being said, this one's 9 minutes and I got to go. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We got to finish up the questions and then we'll bring you some more stuff.
Be cool.
Deuces, everybody. Thank you for spending this time with us. Be cool, everybody. Be safe.